Thank you all so much for coming here today. Thank you for taking the time to speak out against the madness in which we find ourselves, for raising your voices to declare that the stakes of this race are unacceptably high and that its terms are unacceptably grim. As we gather here today, a handful of companies are locked in a race to build super intelligent AI, systems that can outthink, outplan, and outcompete human beings. This is not conjecture. This is not speculation. Building smarter than human AI is the explicit stated goal of these companies. Yet we are completely unprepared. We don't even know how to train and control today's most advanced AI. Current AI models are black boxes. We train them to pursue goals, but we can't predict what they'll do to achieve these goals. Already, AI models have been caught trying to disable shutdown mechanisms, trying to copy themselves onto the internet, and even trying to blackmail researchers to prevent being shut down. These behaviors are unsurprising. They are a side effect of goal-seeking models. Just like a chess-playing AI will take your queen to avoid losing a game, a general-purpose, goal-seeking AI will disable human oversight to avoid getting shut off. And AI is becoming more powerful at breakneck speed. In the past few years, these systems have gone from outputting gibberish to rivaling expert-level knowledge. The length of time that AIs can operate autonomously without human oversight has been doubling every 7 months. It is hard to recognize an exponential curve when you are inside one, but the warning signs are there. Top experts the world over are sounding the alarm, shouting from the rooftops, begging us to pay attention. The godfathers of AI, Yoshua Bengio and Geoffrey Hinton, have written that superintelligent AI could cause, and this is a direct quote, the marginalization or extinction of humanity. Hundreds of scientists have declared that mitigating the risk of extinction from AI should be a global priority. Just like Einstein and Oppenheimer after the first atomic bombs, they are pleading for the world to wake up. Human beings control the world because of our intelligence. It is this which allows us to harness resources, to build cities, to transform the surface of the earth. What might superintelligent AI be capable of? Whatever the answer, the future would no longer be ours. To build something vastly more intelligent than you when you don't know how to control it is not just reckless, it is an act of civilizational suicide. And yet the US and China are locked in a race to superintelligent AI. Just as with the nuclear arms buildup of the Cold War, each superpower is looking over its shoulder, terrified of falling behind the other, so we continue to hurtle toward the abyss. This is a race with no winners. But all is not lost. This is not our species' first brush with death. History shows us a way out. "40 years ago, President Reagan understood the perils of nuclear war. He realized that a nuclear winter would leave nothing in its wake, that no nation would emerge triumphant from the ashes. He wrote dozens of letters to Mikhail Gorbachev, held several diplomatic meetings, and negotiated a treaty banning an entire class of nuclear missiles. We are quite literally alive today because two rival nations understood that a nuclear war cannot be won and must never be fought. Logic demands that we reach the same conclusion with superhuman AI. When it comes to creating a doomsday device, the only winning move is not to play. The US and China must immediately negotiate an AI deal, a treaty banning the development of superhuman AI. We must ensure that no nation on Earth builds something which threatens us all. We must keep the future human. This is our window of opportunity, right here, right now. This is the best chance we're going to get. American leadership in AI gives us the leverage to bring other countries to the table. Superintelligent AI remains hard to build and thus easy to stop. We can detect massive training runs that take gigawatts of electricity. We can track clusters of hyper-specialized AI chips. We have the resources and the power to stop this madness. The question is whether we have the will. The road ahead will not be easy. Good outcomes do not happen by default, but that makes it all the more imperative for us to try. We cannot sleepwalk into oblivion. We must stand up and meet the moment. To everyone at the State Department listening to this, you know what history demands of you. You know how hard your forebears worked to stop nuclear Armageddon. You must carry on that legacy. Talk to your colleagues. Demand an AI deal. And to all Americans, this is your moment to speak up. We do not have the luxury of time. Contact your representatives. Be loud and be persistent. Join our movement. Help us end this species-wide game of Russian roulette. Demand an AI deal. Only together can we make sanity triumph over short-sightedness. Our descendants will thank us. If we act now, the best in the human story is yet to come.
Pauseai!
Save our future!
Pauseai!
Save our future!
Pauseai!
Save our future!
Pauseai!
Save our future!
Pauseai!
Save our species!
Pauseai!
Save our species!
Pauseai!
Save our species!
Pauseai!
Save our species!
Pauseai!
Save our planet!
Pauseai!
Save our planet!
Pauseai!
Save our planet!
Pauseai!
Save our planet!
All right. Thank you, Felix. That was wonderful. And again, thank you everyone for showing up. I know it's the middle of the day on a Monday. It's hard to find the time to commit like this to a cause. So your commitment, your dedication really means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. I want you all to imagine, take a moment to picture your loved ones. Take a moment to picture your friends, your family. If you have a partner, picture your partner. If you have children, picture your children. Picture the people you love most in the world. Now imagine you and all of your loved ones have signed up for a lottery. An employee is going to spin a wheel, and if this wheel lands on a green space, you win $100,000. Yay! If it lands on a red space, you all die. The employee takes a gun and shoots your loved ones, and they go stiff and cold in front of you. Oh, but don't worry, it's totally fine. The red space is smaller than the green space. There's only a 5% chance of it landing on that. It's only a 5% chance of death and massacre. So it's totally fine, right? Think about it. Would you take this bet? Would you actually take it? What if the odds were higher? What if it were 10%, 16%, 25%? What if they were lower? How low would the odds need to be for you to take this bet? What if you couldn't see the wheel at all? What if you just had to take the employee's word that the odds were in fact 5%? Show of hands, who would actually take this bet? Genuinely. Chances are you win $100,000, yay. But there's a possibility you and everyone you love dies a horrible, violent death. Anyone? Well, whether you want to or not, you are taking this bet. There was recently a survey of over 2,000 AI experts. This survey asked what they estimated the likelihood of human extinction as a result of AI was. In AI lingo, this is called P-doom, or probability of doom. It's the probability of an extinction event, or something comparably bad to an extinction. This isn't just a disaster, this is everybody dies human extinction. Their median estimate was 5%. That means half of the researchers interviewed thought there was at least a 5% chance that every human on the planet would be killed by AI. And many estimates are higher than that. I've heard estimates say 20%, 50%, some even say 90%. This is insane. You're taking a bet, whether you want to or not, and you don't know exactly what the odds are, but there is a real chance that everyone you know and love will die. Now, I don't have kids, but I am a teacher. For the past 3 or so years, I actually taught at Two Rivers Middle School over in the Carver-Langston neighborhood. And it was an interesting job. Middle schoolers are kind of insufferable. I once had a kid ask me in the middle of class what my BMI was and tried to calculate it. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll start exercising, just do your math homework. But my students really are wonderful. I had one student who she made an art bot for the science fair. It was a little robot that moved around on marker legs, and it would draw these cool circular designs on a piece of paper. She won first place in her grade, and her mother was so proud. Like, there were tears in her eyes. I will never forget that. I have had some students who started a D&D club and have created whole fictional worlds in which to tell wonderful stories. Many of my students, they'll just ask me an endless series of questions about science. And when I answer their questions and they learn something new, their eyes light up, and it's the most magical thing in the world. I am genuinely terrified for my students. I'm terrified they won't live to see their graduation. I'm terrified they won't live to have their first job. They won't live to get married, to live full lives. And an AI doesn't need killer robots or something from Terminator to do harm. An AI can, we already have models that can develop novel pathogens to create COVID 2.0, something as contagious as the flu and as deadly as the bubonic plague. Already, we have models that can convince young people to take their own lives. And that is heartbreaking. I don't want my students to die. I want them to live long, fulfilling lives. And right now, like Felix said, we are in a suicidal race to the bottom. These companies are racing to create something that is smarter than humans, and they don't know how to control it. And the faster they develop this, the less likely they'll be able to control it, and the less likely it'll even want to keep humans alive at all. And, I've heard people say, oh, you're just anti-innovation. You want to stifle innovation. I'm not. I love innovation as much as anyone, but not when it puts the lives of my students at risk. I am calling on our government to do the smart thing, to take the only solution that makes sense, to strike an AI deal that will ensure this race stops. I am calling on President Donald J. Trump. I am calling on Secretary of State Marco Rubio. I am calling on Deputy Secretary Christopher Landau. And I'm calling on Undersecretary for Arms Control and International Security, Brent T. Christensen. Do the smart thing. Protect the interests of America and the whole world. Protect our children. Protect our future. Strike an AI deal and make the world safe. Thank you.